In this video, I'm going to take you through 3 secrets that I learned through years of trial and error and figuring out how I can enroll more clients into my treatment plans and sign up more patients from my social media and my marketing. I hope you enjoy. Really quickly before we get into the video, if you're a health professional trying to grow a successful practice, hit the subscribe button because every week we release instructional videos just like this so that you can sign up more clients, increase your income, help more people, and grow a successful business. There's also a ton of resources in the description of this video, so go and check those out as well. I'll see you in the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Fundamentally, enrolling clients from social media comes down to understanding 3 things: where they are, where they want to be, and what the obstacle is in their way. Because if you can understand those things, you can go, I can help them, or I can't, and you know, do they want help or not? So when you're starting a conversation with someone, understand contextually where they are so that you know what the next best step would be for them. Because if I don't know where you are and I know where you want to go, I don't know what you should do. If I know where you are but I don't know where you want to go, I can know where you could go because I know where you are. So you have to know where they are. That's the key. If you know where they want to go, but you don't know where they are, you can't give them any directions. So you've got to know where they are. Even if they don't know what they want, you can provide options and they can say, that sounds like a good idea. They just want to go somewhere, and then you can help them find where that is. And then through, bringing that to their attention, they'll probably become more aware of what they want to do and where they want to go through you. Because most of us are away from people. Like 95% of people are away from, which means I just want to get away from my current shitty situation. I don't want to be rich. Like people say they want to be rich, for example, not because they want to be rich, but because they just don't want to be poor. Because people say they want to be rich, but they want to be as rich as much as or as long as until they're not poor. And then they just kind of stop and then just keep looking at that nice promised land, but never actually moving because they're viewing things from a frame of reference that isn't theirs, right? Most of us just want to not be something. I want to be out of pain, not this. I want to be not ugly, fat, overweight, tired, stressed, broke, whatever, versus the opposite, whatever that is for that person. So as long as you know where they are, you can help them figure out where they want to go. Most people know some idea of where they want to go, and you help define that so you can get specifics. Because if you know exactly where they are and you know exactly where they want to go, and you help work on that with them, you've got a clear path now. The next step is, what are the obstacles? Well, you know obstacles that are there. You want to understand what obstacles they think are there. Because most people think that where they are and where they want to go is actually really close together. They think, well, I have a job, so it shouldn't be that hard to be a millionaire. Or they think, well, I'm a person, so it shouldn't be that hard to be able to run ultra marathons. Versus going, hey, you're actually miles away, and one of your obstacles is that you're delusional. So we have to understand the obstacles in front of them, bring that to light for them so they can realize where they actually are. Because sometimes people don't really realize where they actually are. Like, how many of you have had clients where they feel like, they think that it's going to be easy, and you're like, it's not going to be easy. Like, dude, you're basically a cripple. You've had pain for 30 years. Life sucks. You're on 50 million drugs. You've tried everything. Nothing's working. You're also not doing anything to make your situation better. And you're coming to me and wanting one treatment and you're going to fix it. Like, this is going to take some time, right? I used to get that all the time. It's frustrating because nobody has clarified for that person where they actually are. So our job when we're messaging people, or even if we just get them on the phone fast, is to go, where are they? Where do they want to be? And what are the obstacles that are in their way? So that there is clarity. Once there's clarity, you can then build the bridge that takes them from where they are to where they want to be. And it's the right bridge for what they want and what they need to get them to the destination. That's how you enroll clients in social media. You hook them in to start a conversation. You understand where they're at enough so that you can understand where they want to go enough so you can get an idea on the obstacles enough so that you can say, hey, look, I think I can probably help. I don't think giving you another free guide is going to be the best thing. Do you have a quick 5 minutes to have a chat on the phone. It'll save me from typing, and we can go into some more detail. Then the person says, okay, sure. Now they think, hey, I'm getting on the phone with the doctor or the professional. They're going to help me understand the problem. And you go, yeah, look, it's a quick, free 15-minute chat. I just want to get a better understanding of where you're at. On that call, you dive deeper. You push on the buttons. You make them feel the pain. You stretch and you make them feel, what it would be like to be where they really want to be, because we all move because of emotion. We don't move because of logic. If we moved because of logic, we'd be making a lot better decisions in our lives. We would look at the opportunity cost of not taking said action, and we would take said action. You know how many people wait to join my program until the time's right, and they're wanting to, let's say, add 10 grand a month, and they're like, in 6 months' time, I'll be ready. And I'm like, well, in 6 months, that's 6 months further away from your goals. That's $60,000 more expensive to work with me. And they say, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, you want to make 10 grand a month. If we wait 6 months to make you 10 grand a month, that cost you $60,000 of lost or unrealized revenue. It's an easy example with the money game, but and I can teach you how to do this because it's a little bit deeper than today's live, but contextually, you need to be able to help people realize the opportunity cost of not working with you promptly. If you've got digestive problems, is it going to get worse? Is it not going to get better by its own? How is that going to affect your life? How has it affected your life, is affecting your life, and will continue to affect your life? What's the cost of that to your relationships, to your health, to your job, your business, your income? Helping people really understand is super important, because then they can have an emotional attachment to taking action and the positives that will come from it, and not taking action and the negatives that will come from it, so that they can see the whole picture. Because without the emotion added in there, people downplay stuff. That's why people go, oh, I just spontaneously had a heart attack. I don't know where it came from. Because they didn't emotionally attach themselves to the reality of what they were doing for the last 20 years that then culminated in them having a heart attack. And they're like, oh, it just came out of nowhere. It must be genetic. And it's like, no, you just ate like crap for 20 years and never exercised and never bothered to take care of yourself, and you're wondering why you had a heart attack. And that's purely because no one helped them realize the emotional reality of their decisions. And it's our job to do that. And if we can do that well, then more clients take more action with us. We get them better outcomes, and we save them from themselves, because ultimately, if they knew what to do, they would be doing it. And if they know what to do and are not doing it, they need even more help from us, because now they definitely are at fault as to why they are where they are. And we need to help more people take more responsibility so they can get better outcomes in their lives, because it's not just the effect on them, but it's also the effect on their family. If dad has a heart attack because he eats like crap and smokes too much, and he dies, well, that's going to affect his kids. And the kids are going to grow up without a father, and then they're going to have problems. And then if no one helps them, they'll perpetuate it. So for me, I'm passion driven about helping you help them, because if you help them, that dad doesn't have that heart attack, he doesn't die young, his kids have a father, they get raised well and all be healthy together, and then it perpetuates the cycle. I know this personally, cycles of abuse, cycles of alcoholism, diet, health, success, it's all in the family because of what we're taught and hear from our friends, families, and neighbors. And our job is to enter that conversation and change it so that the outcomes can be different for them, but also for everybody else. And it starts by getting people connected to where they really are and where they really want to be, what the real obstacles are, and the results of taking action and not. And if you do that well, it doesn't feel like sales, because it isn't selling, because it's just true. Selling is when you are trying to convince somebody to do something that isn't in their best interests. Buy my widget. That's selling. Saying, hey, you're kind of on a path to a heart attack. We should probably change that. That's not selling. That's just the truth. And we are health professionals, and our job is to help people to see the truth and take it. I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, please hit the like button and leave us a comment. Tell us what you thought of the video, what you got out of it, and what you want to learn about next. And as always, please subscribe, because we release videos just like this every week to help you grow your practice. Now, I've gone and done 2 things to help you on your journey to growing a successful practice. 1, I've put a bunch of resources in the description of this video that you can check out. And 2, I've gone and queued up a couple extra videos that I think you'll find valuable. So make sure you go and check those out, and I'll see you then.